Hi students, I am M. Rajeshwari, lecturer in botany. Today topic climatic factors. Introduction. The term environment means surrounding air, water and soil are the three environmental factors which support life on this earth. In addition to them, light, temperature, altitude, nutrients and biotic factors. Light in an environmental factors. This is indicate the VIBGR. Light is one of the most important factor determining the growth of plants and the development of vegetation. The sun is the ultimate source of energy that sustains all life on the earth. In radiation that penetrates the earth atmosphere consists of electromagnetic waves. These waves have different wavelength ranging between 2900 angstrom to 5000 or 290 nanometer or 5000 nanometer. The wavelength between 390 to 700 millimicrons from the visible light. When the visible sunlight is passed through prism, it is depressed into a series of wavelengths exhibiting 7 different colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. In red, 700 to 626 millimicrons, orange 626 to 595 millimicrons, yellow 595 to 574 millimicrons, green 574 to 490 millimicrons, blue 490 to 435 millimicrons, violet 435 to 390 millimicrons. The chlorophyll absorbed the radiant energy and effect photosynthesis. Only the red and blue parts of the spectrum are useful for plants. The wavelength less than 300 millimicrons are called ultraviolet radiation. Next one, units of light intensity. The intensity or brightness of light is measured in terms of candle power. The intensity or brightness of light is usually measured by instrument called photometer or luxmeter. Such, such disc is used to measure the depth of water up to which the light penetrates through water. Effects of light on plants: photosynthesis, transpiration, seed germination, photoperiodism, reproduction and growth, influence upon number and position of chloroplast, changes in leaf structure. The first one, photosynthesis. Directly or indirectly, light affects the plants of all habitats in many ways. The specific roles of light are analyzed to below. First one, photosynthesis. Um, the most important role of light is photosynthesis. Chlorophyll and other pigments use light energy to build up energy rich sugar molecules. These molecules provide the connecting link between living organisms and solar energy. On, on an average, actively growing land plants use only 2% of the visible spectrum in photosynthesis. Next one, chlorophyll production. Here, light is necessary for the formation of plant pigments. A primary response of the plant to light is in the production of chlorophyll. Most of the plants produce chlorophyll A in light, and the chlorophyll particularly disappears in continued darkness. However, chlorophyll does not develop in response to light in bacteria, fungi, cuscuta, and some saprophytes and parasites. Seedling of most conifers, young ferns, some mosses, and algae or other exception as they become green in the absence of light. Next one, effects on number and distribution of chloroplast. Light has very strong influence on the number and position of chloroplast. The upper part of the leaf which receives full sunlight has larger number of chloroplasts which are arranged in line with the direction of light. These chloroplasts arrange themselves in a number of a layer and screen each other from the full of effect of radiant energy. The next one is here. Next one is effect on leaf structure. The leaf undergoes the greatest modification as a response to light than many other organ of the plant. Differences in the thickness of leaves grow in the sun and shade are usually very clearly marked. Thickness of the leaf increase with the increasing light intensity. Light also affect the differentiation of palisade tissue and spongy parenchyma in the leaves. The spongy cells elongate more or less parallel to the surface due to the action of diffused light upon the chloroplast. It increases the light absorbing surface on the palisade cells extend the leaf in the direction of the incident light. Hence leaves that contain excess of spongy tissue are relatively broader, while those in which palisade is more the leaves are thicker. Effects on stomatal movement, sorry, effects of light on stomatal movement. Opening and closing of stomata is regulated by light. In nearly all the plants, stomata open in the presence of light and close in dark. When other conditions are favorable, for example, when water supply becomes low, stomata may closed even in the presence of light. Light bringing about photophosphorylation and conversion of starch to soluble sugar in the guard cells. The increase increase in the OP, optimum pressure of the guard cells lead inflow of water into guard cells. And the next one, temperature as an environmental factor. Temperature is an environmental factor. Here also effects on photoperiodism. In the length of the daylight period to which plants are exposed in called photoperiod. Photoperiod has profound effect on the flowering response of plants. On the basis of their response to photoperiods, plants are recognized into three types. First one, long day plants, short day plants, and last one, day neutral plants. For example, long day plants which flower when the photo period is in the excess of certain critical minimum. Example, onion, radish, potato, spinach. Short day plants which flower when the photo period is less than a critical maximum. For example, datura, tobacco, dahlia, cosmos, etc. Day neutral plants, they can flower irrespective of the day length. Tomato, cucumber, cotton, potato, etc. This also affect on seed germination. The effect of light on seed germination varies in different species. Some seeds require light for germination, but many other the germination is better in dark condition. For example, curcumes. Temperature as, as an environmental factors. So, temperature is a measurement of the degrees of hotness. It is expressed as degrees either by Fahrenheit or Celsius scale. Heat like light is also form of energy called thermal energy. Thermal energy is exchanged between animals or plants and environmental by radiation. Variation in temperature. Temperature variation in temperature. So, temperature fluctuates both daily and seasonally. Temperature in an locality is governed by the brightness of the sun. Similarly, the diurnal variation in the temperature are more marked on land than in water. Based on the temperature requirement, plants may be classified into two types: eurythermal plants and stenothermal plants. Thermal stratification. Next one, thermal stratification. In nature, temperature change in different horizontal layers of ecosystem. For example, forest, water body, etc. These variations are collectively known as thermal stratification. In a water body, there are three temperature states. First one is first one indicates epithelium, and second one is metalimnium, and third one is thermosilene, and last one is hypolinium. These are the types. First one, epilimnum is in the upper structure of water body which is exposed to solar radiation. Next one, hypolimnum is a statement of water of the bottom. It is always cool. It does not circulate. Next one, metalimnum. Metalimnum is the middle part between epilimnum and hypolimnum. A temperature change occur here. The middle part of metalimnum, where the maximum temperature change takes place, is called thermocline. Depending on the temperature relationship which classified the takes of whole world into three types. First one, polar lakes, and another one is temperate lakes, and last one is tropical lakes. In polar lakes, the surface temperature is never above 0 degrees. Temperate lakes, the surface temperature varies between 0 degrees to 4 degrees. Tropical lakes, the surface temperature is always above 4 degrees. Next one, effect of temperature on vegetation. First one, effect of latitude. First one, effect of latitude. The temperature of a place is largely determined by its distance from the equator. The temperature is maximum at the equator and decreases gradually as one goes to the north or south. Next one, effects of altitude. When the rainfall is near uniform, change in temperature changes the flora of the area. This is called first law of first law. While the general type of vegetation is not related to temperature, the type of flora of a particular region is determined by it. Heat. Next one, Heat tolerant capacity of plants. The world vegetation can be divided into the following categories. First one is megatherms, next one mesotherms, and last one microtherms. First one, these plants uh, can to can tolerate high temperature throughout the year. They are usually found in tropical forest. Next one, mesotherms. These plants tolerate high temperature during the summer months and lower temperature during the winter season. They are around from they are found in subtropical deciduous forests. Microtherms. These plants live at high altitude in tropical and subtropical regions. They can tolerate low temperature throughout the year. Effects of temperature on plants. Effects of temperature on plants. First one, effects on metabolism. Effects on metabolism. So, temperature plays a significant role in shaping in the structure, physiological process, and distribution of the most of the species. First one, effect on metabolism. Metabolism. All chemical reactions going inside the plant body are collectively called as a metabolism. Most of these reactions are under the control of enzymes, which enzymes. It has been the rate estimate the rate of all chemical reaction doubles, which every 10 degrees rise in the temperature upon up to 20 to 30 degrees, say 30 degrees. Above 30 degrees, the reaction usually decrease because the enzymes are inactivated. Similarly, the reaction the reaction the reaction decrease below 10 degrees Celsius. Next one, effects on seed germination. Effects on seed germination. Temperature stimulates the growth of the seedling. The temperature suitable for seed germination ranges from 20 degrees to 27 degrees. The dormancy of seed is broken by exposure to low temperature treatment or chilling called stratification. Next one, absorption of water. Temperature also influence the ability of plants to absorb water from the soil. The velocity of water doubles as temperature decrease from 20 degrees to 0 degrees. Therefore, the absorption rate is reduced at low temperature. Optimum absorption of water generally lakes place above 30 degrees Celsius, but high temperatures are also conducive to rapid water loss, which may cause moisture stress. Next one, mineral absorption. In active absorption, the plant absorbs essential mineral ions against concentrating gradient. For this, metabolic energy is necessary, which in turn is dependent on the respiratory rate. Next one, transpiration. There are a direct relationship between temperature and transpiration. Increase the temperature result in corresponding increase in the rates of transpiration. Next one, vernalization. Next one, vernalization. In many cereals and some periannual, biannual trees growing in the temperature climate require a low temperature exposure for several days to several weeks before they can flower in the flowering springs. In some plants, cold treatment promotes flowering and the phenomenon is called vernalization. Next one, thermoperiodism. Next one, thermoperiodism. The rising and setting of the sun result in temperature changes in the environment. Many places in the course of time got adjustment to those rhythmic for journal cycles for several phenological events. These regulation phenology by periodic thermal changes is called thermoperiodism. Next one, thermal constant. It has been found that many crop plants require a def, called require a um, definite number of heat units before reaching the maturity. It is called thermal constant, the minimum effective temperature at which the seed germinate is called plant zero. Next one, effects of higher temperature and lower temperature. Both higher and lower temperature in air and soil cause widespread damage to many plants. First one, high temperature. It affects many physiological activities of the plants. Proteins become proteins are become proteins are actively participate in high temperature and become inactive in low temperature. Next one, low temperature. In very cold temperature, usually below the freezing point, many species become dormant and biological activity is its low rate. Generally, in the most of the species freezing condition, it results in the formation of ice. There are many plants, especially perennials, which can be resistant forest injury. This property is called frost resistance. These harding this sorry that means this is also subjecting the seedling to lower temperature. This is indicate artificial nature. Lecture 3 will be continued. Thank you.